So as we talked about in the last couple of months, iOS 18 is going to be coming around very, very soon. And the craziest thing is that within every single update within iOS 18 or every leak that we're getting, I get more and more excited about this particular iPhone, the iPhone 13. And the reason for that is because for the most part, anytime I see a leak about this particular, iOS version, there's a very high likelihood that the iPhone 13 is probably going to end up getting those particular features and those particular things coming around within that particular version of software. Now, why do I even say this? Well, you have to remember, number one, that the iPhone 13 is probably going to end up getting iOS 18. That's kind of a given. But why this particular iPhone? Why am I harping on this particular iPhone as it getting all these features and whatnot? Wouldn't the other iPhones get it too? Well, yes, the iPhones newer than the iPhone 13 will also be getting probably all these features. But here's the thing. The iPhones below the iPhone 13 probably are not going to be able to get all the same exact features as the iPhone 13. Now, what do I even mean by this? Well, you have to remember that every single year Apple goes through and makes a new iOS version, they will also simultaneously go through and pretty much limit the older versions of software on these older iPhones. So there was a time where the iPhone XR basically was the cutoff point for a lot of these versions of software features. So the iPhone XR got all the features usually within that iOS version, and then the iPhone 10 and 8 and all those other iPhones didn't get as many versions of software. That was one example. On top of that, there was another time where, the iPhone 11 the year after ended up getting, a limited version, got this, a big version of software, and the other ones below it got limited, so on and so forth. And the iPhone 12 last year, the iPhone 13 this particular year is said to kind of be the cutoff point. So this means that if you have an iPhone, 13 or above, you're going to be getting all the iPhone iOS features that the latest iPhones have, which is really cool, and I'm very much excited about it. But if you have an iPhone 12 or lower, and you're still probably going to get iOS 18 if you have a 10 or 11 and 12, but this does not mean that you're going to be getting all the cool features that the next iOS version is going to be bringing. So every time I see an iOS update and it says something like, oh, this update's going to be getting, new UI home screen improvements and this and that and all this other crazy stuff, I'm very excited about it. But that doesn't mean we're going to be getting it on those particular iPhones. But luckily for us, with our iPhone 13s, it's almost guaranteed as of this point that we will probably end up getting some variation of features like that on this particular device. So I look at this particular version of software on iOS, 18, and I'm very excited about it. I genuinely cannot wait for this iPhone, this iOS version to come out. And if it's anything like these leaks I've been stating, it's going to be a pretty crazy update for sure. And you can rest assured that probably the iPhone 13 is going to end up getting these versions of software and these, improvements. So that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.